So today, can we dive into relationships? Relationship, of course, naturally involves two imperfect people. And anytime we remember that, we will try to always make things work together. We need to learn on how to accept and grow in our relationship, considering our imperfections. And this will definitely help us in our relationship because at times our background and upbringing tends to shape us into who we might have become. And environment plays a major role, especially being involved with different kinds of parents and their belief in bringing up a child at times may impact on the child's development, especially in the midst of chaos. When a child is being brought up in the midst in a home that is full of chaos, it tends to affect the child's upbringing, and at the end of the day it shapes the child on who he or she become. And most times, for us to be able to have a lovely relationship with whosoever we are dealing with, we need to accept our differences. Accept yourself first, in the sense that when you remember that no one is perfect, including you, then you will know that instead of being hard on yourself, you will know naturally that it's part of life for one to be imperfect. And also recognizing your flaws most times will help you grow and be a better person. And it's also an opportunity for growth for you. It depends on how you see it. Another thing is, in your relationship you can develop communication, good communication. Most time, talk to your partner about your insecurities and struggles, because you know that you are not perfect. Most times it's better to talk it out with trust. Both of you need to be open to each other. Of course, your partner also will realize that he or she too is imperfect, and most time, because of that goal to build a good and strong communication between both of you, you tend to work it out through trust and understanding. Because at the end of the day, when you begin to feel that you are perfect and the other person is imperfect, it tends to bring chaos in your relationship. Another thing is, when you embrace your imperfection, of course, you focus, you are not focusing on what is wrong, but rather you are appreciating each other's strengths and the efforts your partner puts into relationship. At the end of the day, it makes you happy and also your partner happy. So everybody has flaws. As I said earlier, nobody is perfect. Another thing is, because you have the goal of improving, your relationship tends to work. No one is pressurizing anybody, and no one is criticizing anyone. And most times it lifts each other's mood in the relationship. So because your partner knows that you are supportive, you are a support system for him or her, it tends to build bond and trust, which is needed in most relationships. Another thing is, we should learn to be patient with each other. We should practice kindness, we should practice patience, and we also practice forgiveness, because at the end of the day we can make mistakes at times, but how we handle our mistakes or your partner mistakes has a way of impacting on them. So we need to be patient with ourselves. At the same time, we need to be patient with our partner. And when you need to forgive each other, we need to forgive. We need to learn to forgive. At the end of the day, of course, a happy relationship isn't about perfection. So most time when you see a lot of people that they are happy in their relationship, it's not because they are perfect, no. But these two people, they choose each day to accept themselves, and they continue believing in each other. And believing is also a way of bonding. And then another thing is loving unconditionally, because most times your partner has some inadequacy, but you are loving him or her unconditionally. This is another way of bonding with each other, accepting yourself fully, and at the same time inspiring yourself to get better. As I said earlier, being a support system for your partner helps inspiring him or her, at the same time builds connection, builds bond. Because at the end of the day, what is the goal of your relationship? When you always consider the goal of this relationship, you will always work together to make it work. Because there is no perfect whatever in anywhere. Everybody is working to make things perfect. So when you envy the beautiful relationship that you see somewhere, when you wish to have that kind of relationship, you should always remember that those people that you are envying, you are appreciating, they worked it out. It was never rosy for them, because at the end of the day, our upbringing tends to shape us to who we are. A lot of children pass through a lot of trauma when they were young, while growing up, and it has shaping them to who they are. And the same way, your partner, you don't know where your partner is coming from, but it's the moment you begin to have a relationship with him or her, you begin to notice some traits that may not be pleasant to you, but at the same time trying to work it out